50.
50 anniversary.
Celebrating 50 years in the roofing industry. Yeah, RCAT was founded in 1975 and had their first annual event in the summer of that year.
Another thing that I love about the association is, and the consumer, is that right now what we are seeing with all our contractors is that the consumer is the one asking, are you a member? Are you part of the association?
Been in business 80 years. 80 years. I mean, how phenomenal is that? But don't think that each generation of that family coming through and running that business didn't have to learn something new and change with the times and update technology and CRMs and what is this social media now that I have to deal with, and things like that.
There is no secret in business, but if something is gonna change the way you do business, is joining this group of people. Hey, what's up, roofing fam? Welcome to one more episode, Roofers Going Digital TV, where we present the leaders and the trends that are changing the path of the roofing industry. And today, I have someone that I wanted to have in the show for a long time. Sarah Ramon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you, Sarah. So Sarah, this is gonna be your show. I want these 30 to 40 minutes be all about you and everything that you do on RCAT and all the great things that the organization is doing. First of all, Sarah, who is Sarah Ramon and what do you do and how do you get in the roofing industry? We want to know your story.
So I am the executive director of the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas and our 5 regional chapters. I also manage our PAC, which is a political action campaign fund, and our scholarship foundation. I have been the executive director 10 years, actually in January, been with the organization 12. And how I got started here, coincidentally enough, I started helping with the conference and trade show back in 2008 with prior staff that had been here, and it was just part of helping out planning a large conference with a lot of exhibitors and quality education. And I got to know a lot of the leaders and some of our founding members, and grew great bonds and friendships with these people, and they invited me to come to work with them full time in 2012.
That first conference was
2008.
That was 16 years ago.
It was, yes. This is my 17th conference to plan for the organization.
Nice. And we are going to talk a little bit about that, but I'm excited about the conference this year.
Well,
we 50. Are going, yes. 15 years?
50
anniversary.
Celebrating 50 years in the roofing industry. Yeah, RCAT was founded in 1975 and had their first annual event in the summer of that year. They used to be in the summers. We've moved them to the fall now, but there's a lot of our founding members. Sherry Johnson, she's been our president. She's been a Blackwell winner, but she'll tell you as a child that was her summer vacation, going to the RCAT conference every year.
Wow. We need to have her story in the show.
Yeah, you do.
Sherry, hello. Sarah, for everyone that doesn't know who is RCAT, what is RCAT and what do you guys do in Texas?
That's a great question. So once again, like I said, founded in 1975, it is a nonprofit trade association made up of roofing contractors, waterproofing contractors, and associates that provide services such as Roofers Going Digital to the roofing industry, suppliers, manufacturers, legal, all different kinds of things. And it was founded in order to give our members a forum for continuing education, plus a voice down at the Capitol, a true government relations program. And we founded our certification program in the 90s, which is now our licensure program. It's voluntary self-regulation here in Texas. As everybody knows, we're not a regulated state. And so it's a great way for these roofing contractors to come together, network, build valuable relationships, build contacts with other industry solution providers for them, plus stay on the cutting edge of education and what's going on out in the industry, because you don't want your competitor to know more about things than you do in the industry, right?
Yes, yeah. Something, yeah, and that's super important that all these roofers and all this community have a different mindset.
Yes.
They are not thinking about the competition and I'm not gonna say anything. It's like they are supporting each other, and that's one of the things that I love about RCAT.
Yeah, no, it's great. They, like I said, develop these valuable contacts they have for life, and you can pick up the phone and call what would be your competition, but they are there to give you some advice and guidance. There's enough roofs to go around the state of Texas for everybody, and enough business, and we're stronger together. We learn and we grow, and we're stronger together.
For sure. And fam, remember that this RCAT is only in Texas, but each state have their own association. There is one association, the NRCA, everybody knows it. They are chapters in every city or regions of the country too. So it's not like RCAT is the only one that is in Texas. Probably that's the one that you hear the most because you probably are here. A lot of you guys are here in Texas, but the whole country is full of association fighting for all these regulations, helping the community, training the roofing contractors. So that's super important that everybody knows. Sarah, why did RCAT start? Like, what are some of the challenges that are seen here in Texas?
Well, Texas, as we mentioned, is not regulated, right? So there is no governmental oversight for roofing contractors. You can be a roofer and not carry insurance. You don't have to have any type of licensure or special knowledge or skills or training. And, even back in the 70s, they felt that was incredibly important to provide a space where you could get education, guidance, and have a group of people as the voice of the roofing industry down there at the Capitol representing them, not in necessarily trying to pass regulation, which we would love to see a state license, but also to defend against regulation that might be harmful to your business. Texas is the only state in the nation that doesn't require workers' compensation. Roofing is a very dangerous job, and so it really is the wild, wild west out there. And so when you have an association like this that provides you, like I said, with a forum in which to network with other people, to learn, to grow, and discover what regulation is good and bad for you, what's changing in the insurance market, whatever the case may be, it's a great space and a great place in order to learn and grow your business.
100%. And the most important is that we have been talking about roofing contractors, some associates, but also manufacturers, but also the important thing here is that the people who benefit the most are the homeowners, are the consumers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's one of the main benefits of having an association like RCAT.
Well, yeah, absolutely. How many homeowners do you think know or realize or understand that there is no licensure in the state of Texas? They assume that you are a business or a service provider in a state, and the state is going to protect you with some type of laws, just like you have to have a license to braid hair or manicure or do nails, those types of things. So you would automatically think that one of the most dangerous jobs in construction of a home, and obviously one of the most important components of your home. I mean, it's the lid to your house. It keeps everything safe, dry, and secure. So a lot of people just assume that there's oversight, and there isn't in Texas. So a consumer using RCAT to find a contractor, whether they're a member and we know they carry insurance and how long they've been in business and what their specialties may be, but also someone who's voluntarily licensed, that consumer can protect themselves with a higher level of assurance that this company has voluntarily passed an examination, maintains required continuing education, maintains insurance at specific levels for the type of roofing that they're doing, Sure, it's going to help a consumer know that they're getting someone that they can trust and that's going to do a quality job for them. And they're not going to be someone who's done and gone and after the storm is over, and they're not there to service their needs, right?
For sure. And one thing that I love about, another thing that I love about the association is, and the consumer, is that right now what we are seeing with all our contractors is that the consumer is the one asking, are you a member? Are you part of the association? Mm-hmm. If you're a homeowner, you make sure that that's one of the questions that you need to ask your roofer. Are you part of your local association, of your state association, national association? Because that's gonna make the difference if you are gonna have a successful project or if you are gonna have a contractor nightmare, as we call it. Not only roofing, in the whole construction.
I get those nightmare calls all the time from homeowners and consumers, and unfortunately RCAT is not a consumer organization. We're here for the roofers, but one thing we do, which is not similar to the other associations out there in the United States, especially those who are a licensed state, they don't provide consumer awareness and advocacy, and we do that. We actually try to educate homeowners. I've done multiple videos with TDI, news stations. We personally market through our social media and our website advice for homeowners and consumers, letting them know how to make an educated choice when choosing a roofing contractor, because you can be scammed. There are a lot of people who will take that check and run, never come back, or not even inspect the work that is done by hiring a random installer that they don't know, not checking it, not knowing if even their manufacturer's warranty on the product is any good, because it may not have been installed to the manufacturer's specifications. I actually had a homeowner call me yesterday, and it was a stone-coated steel product, and the roofer installed it not per the manufacturer's specs, and he has no warranty, right? It's very scary, and a lot of people really don't know this. Homeowners don't really understand how their insurance policy works either. What's covered, what's not. Homeowners don't understand the importance of maintaining their roof and having it regularly checked so that they don't suddenly have a leak and standing in water in your kitchen after a storm. So that's what we try to do as well, and we want to educate these consumers, business owners even, and make wise choices so that hopefully I don't get as many of those horror story calls.
Yes. Yeah, because we can be part of that. We have been part of that contractor nightmare. Sarah, RCAT is statewide.
It is.
What can you tell me about the chapters?
Yeah, so that's great. RCAT being a statewide, Texas is a huge state. We have multiple climates in the state. You have a coastal bend, you've got desert, mountains, hail and tornado alley as well. And so our regional chapters provide people locally. So Central Texas is Waco, San Antonio, Austin. It provides them a place locally where they get together more often. So we have 6 regional chapters around the state, one in North Texas, one in Central Texas, Houston, Abilene, Lubbock, Amarillo, El Paso areas, and it gives you a place there to meet with local roofers frequently. They meet once a month. They have a monthly lunch and learn educational program, and they meet to talk about what's going on locally there. What can we do with our local legislators here too? What's going on with city enforcement, codes, permitting, that type of stuff too, where because Texas is so diverse, it's an ability for us to cover a wide range of topics locally. Plus, our licensed contractors have to have 8 hours of continuing education every year. They can earn a credit automatically by attending the monthly lunch and learn and meetings, and get together locally with their group of regional industry.
Nice. So guys, here is a tip. If you are a contractor, you are prospecting, you are a homeowner. And if you are part of RCAT and your local chapter, one thing that is going to help you to close that prospect is that showing that you are part of the association. So this is the other side. Imagine I was giving an advice to a homeowner like, hey, ask if your contractor is part of the association. Now, you as a contractor, if you bring all your documents that is saying that you are part of this association, that is going to help you a lot. It's a big differentiator because not everybody is part of these associations. So that's super important. And your local chapters, that are the ones that we are talking about, because we have the chapters, but also the events, the local events. There is a lot of, I think, lack of education in the roofing industry is one of the main opportunities.
Yes.
And the problem is that we have these monthly classes, but people is not taking advantage.
Yeah.
Like we are putting everything like on the table, and we know that a lot of people doesn't know about it, but that's why we are doing this, so they can know about it and they can join these monthly lunch and learns.
Yeah, absolutely. It's valuable. The education content, you can pick and choose what's fitting and what's with you. But even if the educational content doesn't necessarily fit you that month, it's not something you're interested in, you can still network with your peers, industry leaders. And there's a lot to learn from these other people. And like I said, those relationships are valuable to you because you have resources to call when you don't have the answer to a question that you need.
And let me say something about this, is higher education, guys. This is not basic education. What we are teaching is because people is gonna say, or viewers are gonna say like, Francisco, are you saying that I'm not educated? It's not that, but there is another level of education that these leaders are providing. That's the important part.
Well, none of us ever know everything. And as fast as industry and technology and the world changes, we're very fast paced and you need to keep up. You may not know there's a valuable technology out there that could save your roofing company thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or there may be certain processes or applications, newer products, not just necessarily a CRM, but legal as well. How often are you having your contract looked at by legal counsel? Is your contract even legal in Texas? There's specific required language that I catch it a lot. These homeowners sign these contracts that don't have required information that the Texas government says that you're supposed to have in there. So you may not know this, but when you're a part of an association and you have hundreds of hours of education at your fingertips, as well as technical resources, contacts in these areas, this is invaluable to you as a business owner.
100%.
It's a no-brainer.
Yes.
It's a no-brainer. And for a small association fee a year, which helps fund these programs.
What are the prices, Sarah, so everybody knows?
For a contractor in Texas, it's $500 a year. And that grants you the right to use our federally trademarked logo on your advertising and marketing. You have a customizable directory listing on our website where you can put your logo, links to your social media. You can link that back out through your page and share that. And you have a member portal, like I said, that's full of hundreds of hours of education, technical research. We have an entire technical research committee, and then we affiliate with the national level, the regional levels, MRCA and Western states that have much bigger budgets than we do, but we can share and funnel their information to you as well, and you don't necessarily have to be a member or a part of those national organizations. So there's a lot available to you right there, not just developing relationships with people and attending fun events sometimes, and the annual conference that we have every year that's 3 days worth of great fun, education, knowledge, demos of 150 plus other products you have going on. It's just a very minimal cost for a roofing contractor, $500 a year to license that logo, access that information, and show their customers that they've gone to an organization that values specifics in a business, minimal standards in insurance, quality education.
Guys, I hope you heard everything that Sarah just said, because something that I'm seeing, Sarah, in the industry is like people think like, oh, I don't want to be part of that organization because they only give you the logo so you can put it on the sticker everywhere.
Of course we do.
Yes,
Of course
but
we do, but they
there
don't
is-
understand.
that there is all this. So Sarah, I want to go deeper in the education. In the part of the education, what is RCAT doing? And so we can go deeper in this topic.
You kind of lost me. I'm sorry.
On the education, for example, we have the launch and learns.
Oh,
We have
okay.
the license. We have the licensing where they need to get some credits before they become a member. We have the technical
Research?
committee, research committee.
Right. Well, so we are legally allowed to call our program the Licensed Roofing Contractor Program and call it a license because we offer it to anybody in the state of Texas who qualifies. Any organization can provide a service that the state is either willing or unable to do, right? So the licensing program, it is run exactly how TDLR, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, would run this, as close to it as I possibly can get. There are required exams which have been created at a national level by roofing industry experts, the people who actually write the book and roofing manuals, right? And then you pass these examinations, you meet the minimal qualifications, you can advertise and market yourself as licensed and use that logo too. It's a really minimal cost, and that's separate from the membership as well. The membership, you can be a member and licensed both, or you can be a member or you can be licensed without being a member. You have more benefits from being a member of the organization. Like I said, access to hundreds of hours of education that's online, the technical resources, the directory of contacts and industry service providers, that type of thing as a member of the organization. And you can be separately a member of the local or regional chapter. And if you join our state organization and your local regional, obviously we give you a discount to do that. The regional chapters, like I said, get together once a month. They provide an educational program every single month. Sometimes they offer networking. We'll have a golf tournament. Houston's banquet is coming up end of March. The North Texas Group's banquet is tomorrow night.
North Texas.
And these are a place where they give out awards for accomplishments in the roofing industry, industry leader awards. RCAT has our annual Blackwell Award, which is very prestigious, and these people have made a huge impact on the industry as a whole, not just our organization. And so that's a great place, once again, to be recognized for the hard work and what you've put in to the industry, if that's what you're there for or there to learn. The trade show that we do, we typically have between 20 and 25 different breakout classes. They can range in anything from legal, marketing, sales, sales training, project management.
Panels,
Yes.
panels.
Oh yes, absolutely. So it's a wide range, and we have a committee that selects this education every year, as well as a keynote panels with maybe insurance that's going on, or if you're wanting to transfer or transition into doing more commercial roofing and you're currently a residential contractor, there's a lot of options there. So if you attend one of the monthly chapter lunch and learns, or you attend one of RCAT's educational programs and you are part of that licensed contractor program, those CEUs are automatically tracked for you. You don't even have to turn them in. We do that for you in the portal automatically. But you can also go to a class put on by GAF or Owens Corning, Polyglass, Roofers Going Digital. You're going to do a social media marketing class, we will take that too. So any type of education that improves your business acumen overall doesn't necessarily need to be about roofing application or technique, while we do offer a lot of that too. At our conference too, we try to have live on-hand demos. Again, application, technique, that kind of thing, where you're actually in the process of installing or a small tile roof or TPO, things like that too. So we try to offer a really diverse offering, and we try to spread it around the state as much as possible so that these roofing contractors have that available to them all the time, and can attend as much as they like or as much as they don't. I can't deny that we have people who join our association just to put that logo on things. And if that's what they want to do and they pay and they join, they have the right to use that, and that's fine. But there's so much more to it than that.
Yes.
There's so much more to it than that. And so we always coach our new members as well on how to get the best out of your membership, right? What's in that member portal, where to find information, where to look, how to reach out and gain a contact. I've got a question about this specific. Sarah, do you have an expert that can help me that's in wood? We were talking about wood shake earlier. I've got this wood shake roof. I never do, but who can I talk to? Do you have a resource, a contact? Yes, absolutely. Let me send you a number. They'll be happy to answer your questions. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that and maybe take for granted that there's so much more to RCAT and the regional chapters than just that logo or just a listing on the website, while those are important.
That's the way I'm seeing it right now that I'm a business owner. I see that as the dream. Who can teach me all that? Who has been there? Who is gonna come and teach me? Join your association. Actually, I'm part of a marketing association where I'm learning my craft because it's hard.
Same.
It's hard, fam.
I am a member of an association,
For
executive association. Yes, 4 executives that run associations. I'm part of an association that helps me, where I go get my continuing education from in operating a successful trade association and being careful that we don't infringe on antitrust laws and that we are communicating in the appropriate way things that have happened at the legislative level down to our members. I think it's very important for all of us as industry leaders and people in these organizations to stay up to date on education. I don't think any of us ever know it all.
Oh yeah, no. And if you are saying, oh, like I don't need that. I'm making millions of dollars doing houses. There is another level, guys. To discover that level, you don't know until you start hanging out with people who is in the next level. Now, Sarah, right now we were talking about the education, who is RCAT, but right now the events. We already discussed a lot about some about the events, but there is a list of events that are coming here in the next months. What are those so people can join?
So we have coming up Roofing Day in Austin.
Roofing Day.
The Texas legislature meets every other year here. They don't get together annually. All of those legislators that everyone just voted on back in November have to report to their offices on Tuesday of next week. RCAT will be down there in full force, giving them our voice on what we think needs to happen in the industry, plus keeping our finger on the pulse of everything else and in other those industries that touch or impact or move along, including insurance, right? So we have Roofing Day at the Capitol, April 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
And so what this means is we'll have some events at the Capitol. We have space reserved. And when you register with the zip code that you vote, and we are going to set you up with meetings in these legislators' offices, give you collateral, give you some training and talking points, and then you're going to go meet with these people and talk to them about what's going on in our industry, what would we like to see changed, or what would we like to see stay the same. And let those people know you are their constituents, but you're there as the voice of an industry. So if you want to be heard, come down and speak up and register for the event. Like I said, April 3rd will be at the Capitol all day long. It's a Thursday. Okay. Then in May.
Question about this one.
Go ahead.
Can everybody go to this one,
Absolutely.
or only members, or only board?
No, absolutely. Any roofing industry person, no, the more the merrier. We don't just need our members and they're having a voice. We want to truly be the voice of the industry. So definitely come down and participate. It's open to anybody and everybody until space is full. I mean, there's no way I can accommodate 1,000 people, but we can try.
Exactly.
That's right.
Okay.
There's, you know what I mean? There's just
Yes.
so many meetings that'll go around for the day. So
Okay.
I'm hoping we have a really nice group of people down there this year, but we do that every other year.
Got it. Okay, roofing day, we got it. Everybody can go.
Yep, roofing day. And then in May, this is a member-only event,
Okay.
and it is probably #1 voted fan favorite of all the events we do. We have our annual fishing tournament in Port Aransas, Texas.
Oof.
We take about 700 people to that little island every year, end of April, 1st of May, and it is 2 days of bay fishing, reds and trouts. Big prize money for the stringers every day. It is very popular and a lot of fun, but once again, that is open to members only.
Okay.
Then we have the big conference.
The big
These are
conference.
RCAT's events, but then every month smattered in there, you've got something going on in each market in the state.
The big conference. Let's talk about the big conference. Where and when are we going to have it?
So we are in north of Austin, Round Rock, at the Kalahari Resort this year. First time we've ever had it there. I'm very excited. Like I said, it's RCAT's 50th annual event. It's hard to
Wow.
believe. We will have over 150 exhibitors, 2-day trade show. 2 days worth of education, again, somewhere, we haven't started selecting them yet, but between
Okay.
20 and 25 very valuable classes, great keynote speaker. We have a golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
In conjunction with this, we'll have a big welcome reception. I've got some surprises planned since we're 50. And we also have our annual awards luncheon on the first day of the conference. And this is where we introduce our membership body to our board of directors, announce the election results for our officers and directors for the year. But it's where we also give away our annual awards for industry leaders. We'll have an associate of the year. We give away our prestigious Curtis Blackwell Award, which is in its 40th year, 39th or 40th year, sorry, I should have looked that up, which is awarded to one person who's had a tremendous impact to the industry and our association for the year, and a few others that we like to give away. So it's great fun, it's a good lunch, and then we open the trade show floor and have a big happy hour on the floor down there too. But it's a great event, 3 days worth of fun. I worked very hard at planning this for these guys, and like I said, it's my 17th. I think I'm just getting a little bit better every year.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So it's good. It's a big conference. We'll have between 1,700 and 2,000 people in attendance.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's my favorite event in Texas.
I love it. Thank
It's
you.
my favorite event. And then the other ones that you were saying, where we said that we have 6 chapters, local chapters. Each one of them have monthly lunch and learns in the region. So it's, if we can say it like that, almost every month we have events,
Yes.
either state-wise or local-wise.
Yes, my office plans about 65 total events a year.
What?
I know, right? And how many, and like you said, how many people know this?
Exactly.
There's so much out there and available to you if you want to get involved.
Now, if you guys right now are seeing like, why I haven't know this? If you guys go into social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and go look for RCAT, HARCA, CTRCA,
NTRCA,
NTRCA, AA,
TPRCA,
TPRCA, and the other one is AA,
LARCA.
ARCA,
and LARCA.
and LARCA.
Yeah, that's a lot of acronyms, but it is, yes, we have the North Texas Roofing Contractors Association, the Central Texas Roofing Contractors Association, the Houston Area Roofing Contractors Association, the Lubbock Area Roofing Contractors Association, the Texas Panhandle, and Abilene.
Abilene. So if you guys are thinking like, oh no, RCAT is like a small association that is just starting, guys, I think we invite you to get involved with us and help us with this mission, because it's a lot. We are doing a lot, but we need more people
Yes.
with us.
Yes, absolutely. And yes, you definitely have to join and pay, but know that those funds, that little bit of annual dues that you pay, funds all of these programs, our government relations efforts, consumer advocacy and awareness programs. And so every bit of that money is spent to create programs and education and fun networking back into the roofing community.
Yes. Okay, we already talked. Also, we talk right now about the legislative, everything that we are doing there. Sarah, I want to change a little bit topic about everything that we were talking about, RCAT, about the association, everything that we are doing, our mission. I want to change the topics a little bit more business side.
Sure.
I know you are a business professional with years of experience, but the most impressive is all the roofing contractors that you have met in your life.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like worldwide, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's I never set out to be in the roofing industry. It was not really a part of my original path, but I absolutely love it. I have met some of the greatest people and have lifelong relationships that are invaluable. I've learned a lot from these roofers, and Texas is very different than the other states,
yes.
right? You have a heavily regulated state like Florida. I'm very close, there's 2 associations in Florida. I'm very close to both of the executive directors there, and it's just a different beast. You know, it's different. Texas is interesting, but I love my roofing family, and I definitely have a large network of them.
And a fun fact about Sarah is that Sarah comes from the corporate world.
Yep.
The same as me. Mm-hmm. And right now we are here, and I don't think we are going anywhere. But my questions are, Sarah, with all this expertise, what do you think are the things that good contractors that are making it, that are very successful, are doing, and what do you think are some of the opportunities of the contractors that are starting need to improve?
So the ones that are starting, this is a great place for you to start, right? If you are just now into the roofing industry and starting a roofing business, all the things, even though we're not a regulated state, there's a lot you don't know. Like I said, everything from legal to marketing, what is going on legislatively, what's going to impact your business a couple of years from now, or are you prepared for that? So being a part of an association like this, even if it's just at your local regional level, can be hugely impactful, right? These guys that are out there killing it and are very successful, they've been around a while, right? And they've probably lived and learned some lessons. And a lot of those that are part of RCAT, we love to share those lessons lived and learned with you, keep you from repeating the same ones. We see a big trend when a storm impacts a certain area. Okay. There's a lot of money to be made in roofing potentially. You've got these insurance claims. And so we'll see a lot of roofers start up a business around the time a major hailstorm hits North Texas, right? And unfortunately, those guys usually aren't in business 18 months from now. That's one reason why our licensure program, you do not qualify and you cannot even apply until you have been in business a minimum of 2 years.
Okay.
Because statistically, I may not be exactly right on this, but it's in the 90 percentile of new roofing companies that start and fail within those first 2 years of business. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot more than just slapping some roofs on to running a business. You have employees and salespeople and subcontracted crews, and there's financials involved, and there's insurance involved, and there's state filings involved. There's a lot to running a business, irregardless of what industry that you're in. And while I don't want to discourage entrepreneurs from starting a business, surround yourself around people who are experienced, who know, that don't mind giving you some advice, and will answer the phone or get back to you if you call for advice. So the best thing I can tell guys starting in the roofing industry, join an association, network with people, make great relationships with you, and those will make you stronger to ensure you get over that 2-year hump, and then that 5-year hump, and then that 10-year hump, so that you're one of these success stories that's been in business 30 some odd years and doing very well and really prospering from this great roofing industry, right?
Yes, because when we are starting, and I think there is in the roofing industry and in construction, there is a lot of that mindset of the macho. I'm a macho.
Yeah.
I don't ask questions. I do everything by myself. I'm a lone wolf that is gonna make it.
It's very true. There are a lot of people who don't feel comfortable in an environment where they're surrounded by their competitors, whether it's intimidating or just maybe an ego or part of it. And you got to get over that. You've got to get over that.
Yes.
Because you stand to learn a lot from other people in the industry that don't necessarily do things exactly like you do, or the guy over here does. And there's just a lot to learn by networking and developing those relationships.
Yes, actually, I have a word in my mind that, how do you call that mindset that is you know that you can share everything, and there is a type of, there's a name for that type of mindset.
Right, where you
but I forgot the name. It's that you don't have competition, that you can share.
Yeah.
And that's what I have seen in the with all these events. Guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I hang out a lot with the association and with these contractors, and I have seen how they are helping the new guys. The old guys are helping the new guys. The new guys probably have something to teach the old guys with all this marketing and digital technologies.
100%. You may have been in business. Johnson Roofing down in Waco, one of our founding members, we talked about Sherry earlier, they've been in business 80 years. 80 years. I mean, how phenomenal is that? But don't think that each generation of that family coming through and running that business didn't have to learn something new and change with the times and update technology and CRMs and what is this social media now that I have to deal with, and things like that. The whole process of getting leads, can you imagine how that's changed over 80 years of time? And so the best way to stay up on top of it is to surround yourself by people in the industry, keep up on your education, and develop really strong relationships with people who can be there to support you and help you grow.
I think what I'm realizing right now is that joining your association or this type of groups is gonna reduce that percentage of failure, that 90% of failure.
That's the goal. I mean,
I think, and I'm seeing it right now, and I think, guys, if there is no secret in business, but if something is gonna change the way you do business, is joining this group of people.
Yes.
And I think that would be I would like to say that I would like to conclude the conversation like that. But I have one more question for you, Sarah. What trends are you seeing that the roofing industry is going right now and in the next years?
Two big things. One, I personally, I see the trends that go down legislatively. I'm in close contact with the Texas Department of Insurance, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, all the time. I really think the way insurance claims are paid, especially in Texas, is going to change over the next 3 to 5 years. I would not surprise me if homeowners are not required to have a separate wind and hail policy like you do flood. I think that's really going to impact our roofing community over the next few years. If the Texas legislature doesn't get a hold of what's going on with insurance, the rate premiums are rising. I personally have a 16-year-old roof in Austin. Wonderful. It's never needed to be replaced. It's hanging in there and it's great, but I can't get it insured. So I really see that area impacting the roofing industry big time. And another trend, which I think is just going to be a trend, is these mergers and acquisitions. These capital, companies coming in and buying up contractors. That's something we've seen a significant spike in. I'll be honest with you, I've heard a lot of horror stories that those haven't really gone. I've heard good stories, don't get me wrong. I've heard both. I've heard good stories, but I've heard a lot of horror stories too, that they've been acquired and it's not met their expectations, and they've ended up getting out for far less than what they were promised initially. So I hope that doesn't continue to be a trend, but it's something we've seen a lot of recently.
Okay, that's interesting. I think the third trend that we already know about it, and it's not new, is digital. But we don't have to discuss that about it. But I think
no, we're here, everybody. The digital. No, I mean, we've all just faced it, that social media is part of life. Literally everything is in a cloud now. You know what I mean? And I love it. I embrace it. I think it's good. But I know a lot of people are, technology leery, right?
Yes.
Oh, one more thing to change. Oh, my phone just updated.
No, but I love the first. I don't want to get into this one, but I love the first two. Actually, I thought you were going to say other trends, but that one, the insurance and the private equity, damn. And one thing that is scaring me about the first one, the insurance situation, is that I'm seeing a lot of coaching and coaches and gurus teaching this. The problem, and I see it a lot in the Latino community, and the challenge that I'm seeing is, and that's what I'm trying to tell them when I do my classes with my community, is like, guys, they are new things. They are new things that learning this, because the market is going to change
Constantly.
And if you are not prepared for these changes and these new trends, if you are not seeing these trends, and actually that's one of my phrases that I always say, is that to be a business owner or a professional, you need to be on top of those trends. And that's what I am asking this question. I hope you guys got it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying, like, someone that have been in the industry for more than 12 years, work with thousands of contractors, is seeing this.
Yeah.
That's super important.
Yeah, but the insurance piece, like, I'm personally impacted. I cannot insure my roof, right? So I've been super lucky where we're at. I haven't had a hail or a tornado or anything crazy, and we've made it this long, but what's gonna happen? How are we gonna catch up with that if you've got a 30-year rated shingle on your roof, but your insurance company won't even insure you anymore halfway through that, and it's fine? That's really going to impact our industry. I really think that we're going to see some insurance trends that will completely change the way our roofing community does business.
And there is already a lot of states in the country. For example, I was talking with some contractor from Oregon, California, and Seattle, Washington. Those guys are 100% retail. I don't know if you have heard about that, but
wouldn't that be wonderful if Texas was 100% retail? We wouldn't have to worry about this deductible waiving issue
or problems. We will be focusing in other things. But it's a thing right now. I think I agree with you, Sarah. What last message would you give to the community, and also if you can help me to invite the community to join RCAT?
Oh yeah, so I feel like that's what I do every day, is invite people into this community. It can and will change your roofing business and your business acumen and your relationships with people. So I definitely invite you. Call me personally, send me an email. I'm happy to visit with you personally if you have any questions about the association, our licensing program, our regional chapters. We have a wonderful support staff here that's here to help you. And what's the great thing about an association made up of roofers is that's what we're here for. That's our one and only goal here, is to help you improve your business. So I definitely invite you to check us out. attend the conference in September. Like I said, 50 years, it's a big one. It'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be a really valuable use of your time. So that's the best tip I can give. The roofing community, check it out. Use the benefits to your advantage. Take full advantage of your resources within the association and our regional chapters, because it will be beneficial to you.
Guys, follow. I'm gonna leave in the description all the websites for I'm gonna try to put all the websites.
Well, just put one, because they can access
Okay.
all the chapters directly from RCAT. So they can pick the one they want regionally without having 87 links.
True that. So I'm gonna put RCAT's website and then all the social media platforms so you can follow it. So follow it and join your local association. Sarah, thank you very much for this great information. I learned a lot. I'm glad we are recording this so we can have it there and we can see it and see it. But thank you very much, Sarah, for everything that you are doing in the industry, for the relationship too. I'm saying it publicly, public. Thank you for everything that you do for the industry. To us, to the Roofers Going Digital team,
Absolutely.
I appreciate everything that RCAT is doing. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me share.
Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.